Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is a channel where I talk about the artwork on Pokemon cards. And the subject today is Twilight Masquerade. And Twilight Masquerade came out in English last Friday and is a combination of the most recent two sets in Japanese, Crimson Haze and Mask of Change. And overall, it is a very strong set for artwork. Very diverse number of artists involved in this set. It's quite a large set. And I have picked out my 30 favorite artworks for the set. Before we get to those, I'm going to show you the honorable mentions of cards that didn't quite make the top 30, but which I still rate very highly. And they are from some of the great artists, including Arita, Saito, Okacheke, Kodama, Whisker, Tezero, Shibaringaru, etc. Kimura even. So all of these cards didn't make the top 30, and nor did any of these ones, including this Komiya, which I did actually like very much, and the Shibuzo Puchiena. I love Puchiena, so... But these are all very good cards, but didn't make the top 30 because there are just so many good cards that did. So let us go and look at those. I'm going to zoom the camera in a little bit. We'll do that. And then I will put a board out and get going. Right, so this is my number 30. And this card is by Masa. Goodness me, my eyesight. It's these A's and O's on this font that they use for the... My eyesight is not good anyway, but I think this artist is called Masa. Let's take it out of the frosting because that diminishes the card. I don't have the English version of this, sorry. So you're going to have to make do by looking at the Japanese, which I always prefer anyway. Great Peter painting. Not sure it works quite compositionally because a lot of the space here, the text obscures what's really going on in this. I just don't feel they maximize the use of the art rare format, but great artist. Interesting to see what they do from here on in. 29th place, I've gone for another card. I haven't got the English, I think I've got it on order. But this is Fujimoto Gold, doing Cramorant, and there is a Stuffle up here, which makes it even better because I love Stuffle. Very interesting card. A totally over-the-top use of the blur feature, but it works very well to tell the story of the confusion of being lost in a crowded place. It's a memorable card because of it, I guess. Very nicely done. That's my number 29. In 28th place, I have gone for, goodness me, this one. Right. And this is by the Takumi Wada, the Zelda artist. Yes, actually I don't need to put out both versions. Well, that's the reverse. We'll look at the reverse because it doesn't have the hollow on the artwork. I wish the moon was central to the image rather than being slightly off. If it's going to be off-center, I'd rather it was totally off-center. Anyway, small picky point. Very well done art card. I mean, I love Infernape as a Pokemon. Beautifully done card. The next card up is by Licton. And I think they've done a beautiful job here with the lighting on the Palafin. Very dramatic. Lovely card. Next card up is Okacheke doing Diplin. And I love Okacheke. And here we have almost a homage to 1940s Disney cartoons in the background. That the trees, the forest, the ground is very typical of the Disney art of that period. Diplin's not a particularly interesting Pokemon to draw. There's not a lot you can do with it, but Okacheke has done a very good job here. I'm a big fan of Okacheke's work, and that's my favorite of the cards they did in this set. Narumi Sato has a very gentle style, a bit like Kimura. Just a beautifully done card. The light's nice, the colours of the coral, the way the light is breaking on Finnezen's back, very beautifully done. Right. In 24th place, I've only got one copy of this, so that's all I've got. This is Scav, Koizumi, and I think their style is very interesting because they have I've said this before on other videos, they have a almost naive, the way they do the lines is not confident. There's not a confident sweep of the line. It's sort of hesitant, and it works very well because it creates a real style for them. Not much going on in the background here. It's all about Dreepy's expression and the angle and the colour. Very well done card. Yep, impressed by that card. The next card I'm going to show you is the Enamorous, which I don't have in English. And this is by Goto Minori, and is a very clever piece of, it's very typical of 21st century cartoon art. The references, I've seen them all over kids' TV. I don't like this Pokemon at all. But this card is great artwork from a clean graphic cartoon style. Very clever, compositionally good, balance good, colors excellent. So the next card I've put up is Soso. Yes, Soso. I used to call them Sao until I realized they were called Soso. The perfect Pokemon for Soso to be illustrating. Vulpix, it fits their style perfectly. Adorable Pokemon. Lovely piece of artwork with Vulpix asleep there with its 6 little tails curled around it. Beautiful. And another cutesy card coming in at 21, which is Satoma's Eevee, and I am a huge fan of Satoma. One of the most exciting of the new artists. This is probably my least favourite card by them, I think, but it's still very good. The lighting of the background is beautiful. The only problem I have with this card is Eevee is too cute and its ears are too small and thin for my liking. Otherwise, incredible piece of artwork. Right, moving into the top 20. Let me just put them in order so that I don't get them wrong. Not that it matters, actually, because they're all much of a muchness. You know, they're all very good cards. So I have put this at number 20. And this is Gemi doing Seeking. And Gemi is great. Their paints, their brush strokes are incredible. Compositionally great. Just don't particularly like the eyes on this. I've said it on a previous video. The eyes feel like 2 stickers stuck on the side of its head rather than functioning organs. I know they're cartoons. These are fictional creations, but still, it just feels a little bit, that further eye just feels not like an eye at all to me. Right, so that was that one. I really liked this Hasuno Revavroom, a Pokemon I cannot stand. I think it's one of my least favourite Pokemon designs ever done. But the almost monochrome colour palette of this, the only colour that really is there is the lilac purple in Revavroom's wheels and whatever these are, the ends of its exhausts. I don't know. Its tongue. What a strange Pokemon. But forget the Pokemon as a piece of artwork. Just genius. Really beautifully done. Very dramatic. A lot of action in the card. A lot of flow. Great card. The next card on the list is this one by Matazo, an artist I also collect and am very interested to see what they will be doing over the years. I haven't got this in... Yeah, I have got this. I think I've ordered it in English. I haven't got it. It's not here. Never mind. It's better in the Japanese anyway. Amazing piece of painting. Great technical artist. They really... I mean, they are the king of somber colours. It's all very drab and ominous, which fits the card perfectly. Very nice card. Let me just put that back in a double sleeve because I want it. No, oh well, can't. Leave it for now. Okay, next up, Shinanahara. Great artist. Not my favorite of their cards. They most of their cards are just like beyond belief. Incredible. But this is still an incredibly strong card. Very dark and ominous. I wish there wasn't quite as much dark across Arcanine's face, but I'm not going to tell such a great artist how to paint. That is beautiful. Another new artist that I'm very interested to follow is Kuroi Mori, and they've done this Leafeon. Beautiful, beautiful. Very gentle. Leafeon just sniffing some jasmine, or I assume it's jasmine. That is great artwork. The next card up, another artist that I'm very fond of, Mina Nakai. Very distinctive style. These pen strokes doing the outlines of the boulders, and yeah, it looks so casually done, but it's actually incredibly clever. Very beautiful card. Belly bot. Next card on the list is this Ghidorah. I haven't got this in. I'm not even sure I've got it on order in English. I'll wait till the prices come down. But there's the Japanese for you. Now, this as an art rare is just brilliant. They've used the box so well. They've understood the assignment of doing something in this format, and it's bold, large, but flawless. Really clever, and it works with it's a pair with the Perrin card that goes with it, which I don't have, but I don't like nearly as much anyway, so it wouldn't have made my list even if I'd had it. Yeah, great card. I'm going to move some of these up because we're getting so many cards here. Right, next one. Oku. Is it Oku? Yes, Oku. I collect Oku, and I also collect Yuya Oka. But this is Oku, who does all these red backgrounds, did the amazing Golurk and the Sizor, and yeah. If you're going to have a red background, Chiyu is the card to do it on. Swimming in a Sea of Fire. Brilliant. I like Chiyu. I think I mean, we've had fish Pokemon, we've had goldfish Pokemon before, but it really is a very nicely designed Pokemon. The next card up. Oh, yes. This artist, I don't know much about. Tatsuya Uki. But I was so impressed by this. It's simple, it's clean, and it's all about the line, the balance, the color. The background doesn't have outlines. Brings the Heliolisk forward, but it's desert light, it's desert sky color. It's just beautiful. The baby blue, the lemony yellow. The balance is incredible. A Pokemon I don't particularly like, but what a card. If you're going to be commissioned to do Heliolisk, that's the way to do it. That is a great, great card. But most people probably don't even look at it because it's Heliolisk and it's just a simple piece of illustration, I guess. And just outside my top 10, I've gone for Minaminame Take. And I think they're a great artist. They are doing some amazing cards at the moment. They're doing one for the upcoming set, which I'm rather excited about. Fracture, I think. Yeah, teddy bears always going to win me over. The only criticism I have about this card, and it's only a minor criticism, is that I find the balance a little bit odd. Obviously, they knew that there was going to be text across all the bottom of the card, so they haven't put a lot of work into doing anything much happening in the lower part of the card. But there's also a sense that it's off balance somehow. The horizon is flat, is across the card, but there's a sort of warping of the horizon. It doesn't feel quite right. But what an amazing card. And the texturing on it in Japanese is just so lovely. But there we are. So that was my number 11. Right, where do we go from here? In 10th place, I've gone for Narumi Sato's amazing group of Eevees. It's the perfect card for Narumi Sato, really, isn't it? Well, I mean, they are associated with Eevee. That's how they came to people's attention originally. Wow. Very complex piece of artwork, obviously. You've got 9 different Eevees to paint here and a very complicated background. Yeah. I haven't got the English of this. It's, I think, currently, I would assume it's currently expensive. I haven't even looked. I'm going to wait till it's less expensive. I prefer it in Japanese anyway. So that's true of any Pokemon card, really, but especially something like that. Right, in 9th place. Oh, yes. Uninori, an artist I am absolutely obsessed with this currently. They've only just started doing cards for Pokemon. I think they've done about 5, 6 maybe. And I am collecting them. Oh my goodness, am I collecting them. I think they're just brilliant. Very bold line work and bold colours as well. But this is a gifted artist that really understands how to draw. And I am very impressed by that card. Very, very impressed by that card. Just, yeah. Right, so that is Kadabra by Uninori. Check out their Tauros if you haven't seen their Tauros. It's an incredible card. Next up, Rend. This is the Japanese, English. I did get the English of this. Rend, amazing. I mean, they use this blurring effect a lot to create depth, and this is a card where it works so perfectly. Chimecho is a Pokemon I'm very fond of. I used it on a run-through once, so I suppose I've bonded with it. The balance of this composition is perfection. Absolute perfection. And that's why it's such a strong card, I think. So it's all about the balance. All right, we're getting down to the top. So this is number 7. Another favourite artist of mine, Taira Kitsu. The fact that it didn't break the top 5 is just showing how strong the rest of the cards are. I think Akitsu is, after Arita, Akitsu is my second favourite artist. Wow. It's the kelp and the bubbles and a real sense of Milotic being underwater and the current running through the kelp and Milotics, whatever these are, antennae. Beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork. Quite simple. Simple isn't bad. And in 6th place, didn't make the top 5. I haven't got this in English. I'm not going to bother spending that much money. It's better in Japanese anyway. But in 6th place, I have gone for Akagi's incredible colour explosion of Greninja EX. And what do you say about that card? I mean, that's a Pokemon card. I hope this takes off as an interesting card. I mean, something like Moonbryon or that the Giratina by Kanda, Shinji Kanda. Yeah, going blank for a moment there. They took off in a big way. I would expect. Well, I would hope that this would as well. Greninja is a very popular Pokemon, and it deserves the love. This is a much stronger card for me art-wise than the Moonbryon. And it's just incredible. So that was number 6. Okay, what have I gone for number 5? I've gone for this. This is Karia. I love Karia's work. And we will look at this one. Abra is not the easiest Pokemon to do, simply because its eyes aren't ever open, it seems. And without the eyes, you lose a lot of characterization in a Pokemon. Wow. I mean, what do I say about that? It's so good. Its composition, its light, angle, execution, everything about it. Amazing piece of artwork. Again, quite simple. You know, it's very easy to put something like this because it's so complicated and colourful and bright as the number 1 card, because, you know, it's pushing everything to the extreme. But there is beauty in simplicity as well. So that is a beautiful piece of artwork. In 4th place, that was 4. No, yeah, that was 4th place. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, okay. 4th place. This isn't simple. This is Aspara, great artist, great artist, doing an incredibly complicated piece of painting. You've got this half, eye level, half water, half air. Arita's done this on several cards before. Their understanding of how light is working here. And the background is incredibly good. And the depth of colour coming forward to create perspective. I mean, Fion is not an interesting Pokemon, but this card is genius painting. Just incredible. Which leads us to the top 3. And in 3rd place, we've got Satoma again. Goodness me. Which one should we look at? Well, look at this one. Wow. Okay, I'm a little biased. Because it's Clefable, and I love Clefable. And I love Satoma. So it's clean, it's simple, it's powerful, it's full of personality. The colour is incredible. The light is perfect. Clefable on 1 foot, standing on the bottom of the card, the other foot up in the air in this joyous, dancey pose with, I guess, the moon in the background would make sense. Wow. As I say, card doesn't have to be incredibly complicated and over the top like this to just be perfection. And that is perfection. There's balance in that. Love it. Goodness me, I'm waffling on. I really am. In 2nd place, let's try and wrap this up quickly. So in 2nd place, I've gone for Kuratoso's Crawdaunt, not a popular Pokemon, I wouldn't have thought, not a particularly memorable Pokemon. That is great artwork. And it's, again, I rather like the Clefable. It's all about the composition. Standing on the bottom, sweep upwards, downward flow of water, drama here, point of drama across the, everything about it. And this is Kuratoso at their very best. Yep, brilliant. Which leads me to my number 1 card. Total bias, sorry. But, well, look at the Japanese, actually. Wattrel by Arita is the best card in the set, in my completely biased opinion, because I'm complete obsessive about Mitsuhiro Arita. And his understanding of light and water is his greatest talent, I guess. He's been doing quite a few cards recently underwater. And I'm all for it. I don't particularly like Wattrel. But yeah, that doesn't matter. The crackle of the electricity through the water, the way that Wattrel's wings are lighting up with the power, the sweep of it all, the water. Yeah, Incredible. So there we are. Those are the cards that I rate highest artwork-wise in Twilight Masquerade. I doubt anyone's watched this because I've really waffled today, but there you go. I'm doing these for myself.